have an anxiety attack, sweating and heavy breaths and all of that. And he went out as a Josh dog, completely shut down, introverted, always scared kind of a human, like, who is like always like something is about to go wrong, or this is not working out, that is not, yeah, enjoy it, or you're not eligible to be around me. Being a different version of myself in front of you. And there are very few people who can trigger that in someone else. And that's a huge quality. It's humongous. You are amazing.
Hi everyone, welcome to Entrepreneurs Wealth Legacy. And as always, we are welcoming new guest members onto this podcast. And here today we are having this beautiful, lovely young entrepreneur, Ayushi Jain, with us today. So Ayushi, say hi to everyone.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me to this amazing interaction. And I can't tell you how excited I am, because this is something that I'm like, it is very exclusive. Something about this is new to me. So I'm very, very excited. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, Ayushi. Okay, Ayushi, so you're the best person to introduce yourself. So there are two sets of introduction. Ayushi as a person, like her hobbies, how she is at home, for her friends, and Ayushi as an entrepreneur. So go on.
Nice. I like the distinguishment.
Thank you.
Okay, so me as a person is an ambivert, complete emotional embodiment of extremity. And I'm an explorer. I love trying a lot of things, and I love exploring people, stories, emotion, and every skill that I think I can do good in. And I am a lifelong learner. I follow the strategy of learn, do, teach, repeat. That is my sole purpose in life. Then coming to this activities, I love dancing, I love traveling, I love exploring, I love movies, I love accents, I love people, I love conversations, and everything in between. A lot of exploration. So I think there are many fragments of my personality that I'm still discovering. For example, fitness and nutrition. So recently I got back in touch with my teenage core values. Like we follow the 13 questions of Dr. John Demartini. So that gave me a lot of insights, like, okay, reconnection with fitness, nutrition is also a core value. So I'm imbibing all of it, and then I'm trying to connect it in a way so that I can provide the same values to my community as well. So that's in action right now.
Love that. Because I think as coaches and entrepreneurs, we hold this responsibility. If we are not working within us, then we are being questioned when we are directing our community. So
Yeah.
love it. So that sounds that you are holding that responsibility for your community. So now going back to that question, who is Ayushi as an entrepreneur, and just introduce your community.
Okay, as an entrepreneur, I think I would be a person who likes to lead with example. So I will only teach things that I have applied in my own life. Otherwise, there is no point. Because other than that, then it's just some kind of hindrance if you're not doing that. So it's like, again, learn to teach is the key principle that I follow. But the moat that, if you would ask me of me, is empathetic listening and connecting emotionally. Because any entrepreneur, any leader, or any coach is not just that. They are a life coach in themselves, they are a therapist in themselves, because they have to guide, even if it's their team members or their community members, they have to understand the core emotions where they're coming from, and then deal with the situations accordingly. So I think that is the kind of person I am and aspire to be, and just evolve continuously. That is the aim of an entrepreneur journey that I want to have. And another thing that I emphasize on a lot is I want to be the person I wish I had when I was growing up or going with any situation. So that is how I assess it. Like if I was in the place of that person, how would I like to be treated or guided? And that's how I tackle the situation. So that's how I am.
Perfect. That's such an energetic start. Like being an explorer, always on a learning, then teaching, then whatnot. Wow, amazing. Okay, so how exciting, because I remember you were also on a job role for quite some time. Few
Yes.
years, I believe.
Yeah, almost 5 years.
So in your words, your experience, entrepreneurship versus job role. How will you connect and
Oh, it's
relate
a
with
deep,
your
deep
journey?
contrast. But I would say both the things are right, both the things are amazing, and both the things are extremely difficult. So it's just you need to choose what's right for you, is the only question there. Because I did teaching for like professionally, traditionally for 5 years, and I was teaching in very good places. They were international institutions, and they had a lot of things that most generic institutions don't. And I did enjoy that also for a certain period of time, but it just was not for me. Like, you feel that core satisfaction that yes, I'm providing some kind of value into the lives of my students or mentees that no one else can. That is the feeling that was missing, because it was very generic and some things that you can find easily on a YouTube video. So the traditional path, just that pinch was always there. And then when I switched to the online space, it was like, now I'm feeling like, yeah, this is what I was meant to do. This is the format of teaching or coaching or guidance that I like. And that was right from, and I was doing it side by side while I was doing my job. And so I can figure it out, the content that, like, here I'm waiting, like, when will this get over? Like, just listen, guys, focus, this is important. And when I'm teaching online, it's a complete switch. I'm like totally into it. And the person also, the reciprocation was very much different. Like, now when I look back to the journey, the students that I've had, they literally would find me in offline events. They would come and click, like, it gives you a celebrity feel almost. And that is something that only entrepreneurship can give you.
Yeah.
So that's why. But again, some people comes with it like it's a fantasy. So don't push it. You need to understand what you feel resonance with. So teaching as a profession might be right for some people, but for others like me, you have to go the other way.
So now talking about the other way, like how did you feel and when was the right time that you felt that this is it? This is your passion and you want to take that risk, because entrepreneurship also rise holding their own space of insecurities, and there are a lot of personal development that they go through, as you were also mentioning in the start. So there's a journey. It's entrepreneurship just doesn't mean that okay fine, this is something I have to start. There's a lot of thought process, there's a lot of passion about that, yes, this is definite. So if I have to connect there, because a lot of people these days, students especially, are struggling understanding if they are the right fit or not. Mostly are driven with getting inspired and motivated. So here I want them to understand through your example, how did you find and knew that yes, this is right for me, this is the right time, this is the right decision, I'm ready for this. So I hope this is simple.
Great question. Great question. So it actually happened when I created my first transformation, the biggest one, like a student that I gave the most time to, and it was a proper one-on-one session. I think I did 50 around sessions with him, which is a huge, because it was, I think, like a time of 2 to 3 months. And he came to me with the stage fear, like he would actually have an anxiety attack, sweating and heavy breaths and all of that. And he went out as a Josh Talk speaker. So that was something like, I'm literally getting goosebumps right now thinking about it, because that was when I got the confidence in myself, like, yes, you are able to do all these things that you always wanted to do, and you are creating transformation, you are actually changing someone's life. That was the first moment in my public speaking coaching journey, that this is what I want to do my whole life. I just want to create transformations and positive changes in people's lives. Like, if you would ask me my long-term goal, it would be just to give people a one-stop solution to achieve healthy, balanced and luxurious lifestyle.
Love it.
That is my ultimate goal, and it is like a really long term, but I'm working towards it step by step. So communication and effective public speaking, that was my first step, because that was my core skill that I had for 6+ years. Then I came to healing again. Like you said, when do you feel it? So the second time I did healing for some person for the first time, and I created a huge big ass result with her. That was the second time I got like, yes, this is also something that I want to feel, because it was like she was not able to travel, not able to drive, go from one place to another, and her knee pain completely healed in just like 5-6 sessions. Then another, for the same person, she was not able to drive for 10 years because she had an accident, so some mental block was there. And in just 2 sessions regarding that particular problem, just after 2 days, she called one of her students and she started driving again.
So
And
what
that
was
was a
this?
shocker
This
for
is a
me too.
separate session that you're addressing because
Yeah, this is for
healing.
Ho'oponopono healing. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, separately. But like now I said, so now I have combined these both modalities, like because mental blocks, that also is like a journey of
Go on.
okay, journey of something that I understood over like a period of experimenting and dealing with students. So I understood that most of the barriers that people have regarding public speaking are also mental barriers, and like mostly childhood traumas and blockages that come from their earlier experiences. And I had done the same thing with myself because I have also grown a lot over this last 14 months, I would say, not even going long back, because that's when I've left my job and did this for the full time, like hardly 14-15 months. So that's when I noticed in students that when I'm combining the Ho'oponopono and EFT modalities for their mindset, because mindset is the core that we work on first, then comes the skills.
Yes.
So it started working magically. So this was it. So when things starts falling into place, and it's not easy, but you're still just going for it, you're still doing it even if you're not, like, meeting your targets or getting the satisfactory result personally that you aimed for, but you're seeing people grow because of you, and it just pushes you forward. That's when you know that this is meant for me.
That's the strength that you are holding within you, the hidden
Yeah,
strength. And what more you can create is these people are carrying the examples.
limitless, like you say, it's limitless.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Plus, we also spoke about balanced living, which is this niche also, that where I encourage all the entrepreneurs. A lot of entrepreneurs mostly focus on one or the two areas and they stress out. And this is where they don't go long run, because I'm
Yeah.
talking about building wealth. And wealth can only be built when you are happy within and you're also happy with the process, with your health, relationship, career, money. So this is when you look back, you've already built a legacy if you are having with the right intention. And while you were speaking, I could relate that I'm so happy having you here, that you are also someone who's on the same path. So I was like, wow, this is so amazing. Every guest that I'm inviting here are coming through this one knowing, which is very, very important. So amazing. So now, Ayushi, talking about you furthermore, I'm sure you have also done a lot of, your personal development. Who was Ayushi before, might be 5 years back or 10 years back? What all did you do? Like, how was it that you started? A lot of people have barriers, they don't accept. So, for you, how was this transition? What made you? And the person that at this young age you're knowing so much and you are making people also live it, so this there is a vision that you are spreading, so that whole thread, what is it like? We would like to understand who was that Ayushi, because we all transform, and when we go grow through, that is when we are able to spread also. So just
Oh my God, I'm so impressed by these questions. No one has ever asked me these
is
kind
it?
of, yeah, they are like such
Oh,
deep questions. I'm loving it. Thank
thank
you.
you.
And it's so true because I literally have never thought about it like this. Now that I'm thinking it back, the Ayushi 5 years ago, oh my God, huge difference. The Ayushi 10 years ago, I would have never thought I would be this person.
True.
You have literally made me feel grateful for who I am right
God.
now. Seriously, and that's huge. So yeah, like if I go back to the initial days in my school days, I was completely shut down, introverted, always scared kind of a human, like who is like always like something is about to go wrong, or this is not working out, that is not, yeah. So I was like so closed, so scared, and so introverted. My school friends who have not met me after that, they will not believe that this is the same person. And even some people come and tell me this, like even my closest friends, like you have changed a lot, you have evolved a lot. And like you said, personal development is something that is a consistent process until you take your last breath. You
True.
cannot stop,
Yeah.
and you won't be able to once you have started your journey. like now if you can feel the passion, like I want to do this, I want to try that, I want to improve this in myself, because I know when I will improve myself, I will be able to help my community members better, and not just community members but any person who comes in contact with me. Because now I like I'm enhancing my spectrum, it's like completely expanding. So that is personal development. And again, if I connect this with my public speaking effective communication journey, so all the students that I deal with, I notice this pattern, that it's not just about public speaking, it's about your self image, way more than that. Like the skills that I'm teaching, yes, there is a lot of skill involvement, there's accent, there's pronunciation, there's articulation, then there are writing skills involved, then presentation skills, interacting with the audience, body language, there's so much. But that is 20%. Like we follow that 80-20 rule. This is still just the 20%. 80% of it is how you're perceiving yourself, how you're perceiving your life, and how much confidence you have or you built through the course of whatever time you spend with me. That this is where I can reach, and that bar should constantly raise.
Yeah.
That is personal development. And when I see back, oh my God, I think I was in the basement.
Count me there too.
Yeah. And now, like, it's magical almost. It's
I think we were in the basement. That is how we are celebrating and we are acknowledging the growth that we have come across.
yeah, that is so true. Because people who are already like on some top level, they are a little ungrateful and they are unsatisfied with themselves, even though they have achieved way like probably 10x than what I have achieved right now. They have achieved way more than that. But they're still like not celebrating their small wins. They're constantly for the next step, the next step, the next step. Arey, take a breath, enjoy this. And you literally made me realize that even I was getting trapped into those things, and everyone does for a period of time. But yeah, so that's how I think community and accountability comes into place, that there should be people around you to tell you that baby, breathe a little,
True.
and this celebrate this, you were here, now you have come here, you have made a huge difference, and you're growing every single day, and that's a success in itself. And I'm really happy that I found people like you, people like my closest friends who keep reminding me that when I spiral into the overthinking patterns. So wow, I'm grateful.
So what I can see here is that little Ayushi was developing her own journey, and meanwhile, while she was walking, she got all the skills, and together she has accumulated all of these skills, and now she's spreading it to the world. That's
Yeah, that is true. Like it was, yeah, preparation, I would say. And still, I think every single day I'm feeling like I'm getting prepared for something that is coming next. But this realization came to me now at 26. Now I can connect the dots that, yeah, I was doing that debate. I was going for inter-house competitions. I was going for state level tournaments. I was doing this and that. Then I gave 5 years when I was miserable. But even that taught me how to stand in front of 100 plus people and just give value and provide what you are there for. So maybe it all meant something, and that has made me the person that I am right now today, and the things that I'm able to do.
but
Every single thing, every incident.
you were not sure of becoming a public speaker, but still you were doing things unknowingly, was it?
Yeah, in a way, I think. Because not in a way of expressing, but in a way of gathering. Like I would all, it happened very spontaneously. Like automatically, I was attracted to accents, and I would do that as a fun activity with my friends, watching movies or following interviews. And somehow I inherited all the skills that I'm teaching. But when I started teaching, that's when the dots connected. Oh, this is where I learned it, this is how I learned it, and now I can break it down to people way more easily. Like
Perfect.
this is how it's done, and just follow this path and this pattern, and it will work out for you, because that happened naturally for me and to me, and now I can present it as a process.
Okay, so now as you're talking about community and how you've helped people, reshape their development and spread through massive public speaking on the stages. Now just highlight what are the major gaps that you are coming across through your students, that you are seeing that this is the major gap in the market that students are not able to take care.
number one will be and is the mental block. Because people when approach these kind of skills, whether it is effective communication or public speaking, they're like, give us the recorded videos, give us the activities, give us the resources, and we'll just follow it and learn it. They are not realizing the fact that it is more internal work that is needed to be done. And to get people to that epiphany is a little tough. That is the biggest gap I would feel. And so you have to mold it in a way, you have to stage it in a way, the process and the curriculum, that they get a mix of both, the mindset work also and the skill based work also. But I would still say it is more of the mindset thing, because once you have convinced yourself that, for example, I had this limiting belief introverts cannot be a good public speakers. So once my mind believed that they can be, introverts are way better speakers because they are also observant and they are good listeners. When this story switched, that's when I was able to actually do it. Until then I was doing it, but I was undermining myself. So same happens with the students also. Until they change their story, until they make their mind and their inner essence believe that this can be done, until that switch happens, it does not matter how many coaches you're hiring, how many things you're doing, how many activities you're following, or resources you have, or how much money you have spent. None of it matters until the story is changed. So that is the base step. Then eventually you will follow and get your journey, because it's different for everyone, because everyone's problems are different. But the core thing is this.
Perfect. Okay, Ayushi, I've checked your Instagram. I see your YouTube channel also. It's full of achievements. So just highlight all our viewers also that what was the first achievement, and what, knowing you explored about yourself that yes, you have this as a strength, then what beyond, what were the challenges that you kept on working within? Because achievements are the trophies, yes, we all see, but the real win which is within us, I want you to relate and go through that journey.
Yes, that is so true, because achievement and success are such relative terms, and every person will define it in a different way. So for example, if you say like the junior Ayushi, so I scored 92% in my 10th exam, that was an achievement for me. I cracked an interview, that was an achievement for me. I went to a national level tournament for karate, that was a huge achievement for me. And that is, I think, my first milestone. It always will be, because I went for the national tournament, I did not win, but I learned the best lessons from there.
Oh wow.
That is the biggest achievement and success, my first one. And then
what was the lesson?
The lesson was, it's not important that you won or not, but the person that you have become in the journey and the things that you have endured. Now you know that you can just surpass these limits.
Yes.
That was huge, Balwa. Although I cried and I did not understand it right away. I was broken because I had left my exam, and I have been a very geeky student, very, very diligent. And that was the first time I left my 2 exams and I went for the national tournament and I did not win. It broke me and made me at the same time. And I think most of your transformational experiences will be like that. When something breaks, you leave it behind and then the new journey starts.
Yes.
That was one. Oh my God, you have literally invoked something different today. I'm loving this.
I'm feeling the story and I'm loving it.
Yeah. And then there was again the transition, like the last 15 months. I think this has been the most transitional phase of my life so far. And I've been through a lot of things, emotionally, physically, and like a lot of things. But still, this transition would be the base of whatever I do next. So even the participation of Super Speaker Season 3, that taught me a lot. That actually made me realize the style that I have, the way I connect with people, and I'm actually good with approaching people. This is what I realized in the past 9 months after attending the offline events. So like I said, it's a consistent journey, and the more you're trying out things, the more you're experimenting, you will realize way more things. And what I dealt with, I think it's the self-sabotage trait, the self-worth and self-esteem issues, or the constant self-doubts. You will have them here and there throughout your journey, but every time then you pass that and you do something that you're afraid to do, that you thought like maybe it's not for me, and you do it, and then you're like, oh my god, how can you be so stupid, this is exactly what you had to do. So I tried all those things. I attended my first ever dance workshop that I always wanted to do. I did yoga properly. I joined a gym properly because I never really needed it. Because from God's blessing, I have always been athletic and fit. But I did that, and that was a new experience. It opened up a new genre of personal development for me. Like, this is something I'm very passionate about, and I need to include this in my curriculum and my programs and everything. So now I'm working towards that. Now I'm understanding nutrition, learning about body, being more aware of mental and physical fitness. And I'm 100% sure that this is something that I would create amazing things in the coming 2 to 3 years. So this is what it is, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations and experimenting a lot. That is the key thing.
I can relate now why you're so good with words, emotions. It all adds all together. Sorry. So that is how you're talking about these expressions along. It's there in you, and which makes you a good public speaker because you connect, you bind those stories, that those journeys. It's beautiful. For me, it's like a movie. Ayushi Jain's movie.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. This movie is about to get amazing.
It is amazing. It has
It
already
is.
started. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Okay. So, how crucial do you think is the mindset? As you are also talking a lot about mindset, and we can see that you worked a lot on mindset, and now you're working in your community, understanding and making people understand, your students understand that mindset is the key. If they are just like they were asking for recordings, but you want them to first build that mindset and then go through the whole curriculum that you have designed it. So what, how do you think that discovering, because a lot of people, as you were also saying then when we were talking about the gaps, these people don't realize that mindset holds that much of potential. If you're not working there, you will not open those those closed doors. They will always remain closed. So how can you convince people here that mindset is the key through your example?
I will give you a proper framework. There are 4 things that needs to be worked upon. Until you work on all these 4 things, you cannot achieve any kind of transformation. And it can be anything, whether you're trying to get six-pack abs, or you're trying to be fit, you're trying to get a, that personality or table manners or public speaking, anything. Number one is mindset, because what you're thinking and what you believe about yourself and the world, that is going to impact everything that you do. So mindset is the key factor. Second is emotions, your emotional patterns. Everything in your life is being governed by your emotions, whether you accept it or you don't. It is.
True.
It's a fact. You cannot deny it. So until you are aware of your emotional patterns and you're making conscious efforts to change them or twist them when they work in your favor. If you're missing out this step, you might achieve a teensy tiny transformation, but eventually you will go back to your old routine patterns. So emotional patterns is another thing that you have to look out for, whether it is public speaking, because you will give one speech, two speech, and third, fourth speech, you will see someone else and you will be like, her accent is way better than me. She looks way better than me. I don't think I'm meant for this. I'm not good enough. So it will happen. But if you have worked on your emotional patterns, you will know that I'm comparing my day 50 journey with a 1 year journey. So this is wrong. That's the awareness part. And these are all emotional patterns. Then third comes habits. Until you make whatever you're learning from your coach your habit, it is not going to work out. Again, you will see a teensy tiny transformation, then you will switch back. Again, if I give the example of the gym, you go to the gym for 2-3 months and maybe you are good with it. Maybe in 6 months you have a six-pack abs. But if you're not making it a consistent habit, your pack abs will go away and it will make you even worse than you were in the shape before. So until you make whatever transformation you're trying to achieve your habit, it's pointless. It will stay for a while and then it will go away. And then the fourth pillar are the skills. Then you get like, if you're for fitness, and how to do this bench press, what diet I should have. If you're doing for public speaking, then how I can work on my accent and my articulation, my grammar, or how I present myself in front of the audience, how do I connect with the audience, how do I change my emotional patterns so that I can connect with people better. So then these are the skills patterns. So mindset, emotional patterns, habits, and skills. When you're combining all four, that's when actual transformation happens. So I hope that this is convincing, because it is true.
This is so beautiful the way you've structured. Absolutely. The stages that you have defined absolutely speaks about the whole transition that a person is going through.
Yeah.
So if a person like, how are these structured? How many months a person needs to dedicate to you?
Okay, for that, it depends where the person is right now, because everyone's journey will be different, everyone's problems will be different. So first is again awareness. We need to test what's your status right now, like for everything. If you are not able to articulate or form sentences, then we have to work on the core, the LSRW: listening, speaking, reading, writing skills. When you structure your thoughts, if you're not able to transit it from Hindi to English or any other language to English, then we have to work specifically on that first, because until that is sorted, you cannot go in front of an audience and talk in English. Then you have to again surround yourself. Yeah, like you're listening to the podcast in English, you're watching all content in English, you're listening to English songs, watching English movies, series. There are many fun activities. You don't even have to put a lot of effort. This is the easiest thing to do.
Easiest.
Just
A lot of people have that fear. What's
yes,
making you say easiest? Like, a lot of people will be shaken by this one word. So just
yeah,
elaborate here, because a lot of
definitely.
people
I will
are
give you a
very,
simple example. Anything and everything will look tough until it becomes habitual to you. Like when we were little, brushing our teeth was tough for us. Eating food was tough for us. But when we did it deliberately, repeatedly, then it becomes easy. It's habit now. Same as if you are asking people, someone who are dancing for years, who are singing for years. Initially, the riyaz, the singing, the basics would be tough for them because they're just starting it out.
yeah.
But when you ask them after 5 years, "Arey, this is so easy. This is basic. This is life. This is lifestyle for me." So until you make something your lifestyle, it will be tough for you. If you have made it your lifestyle, then it's your life. It's habit. It's easy.
Beautifully put together. Love it. Yeah, because anything that has been unpracticed, it is there as a fear because you've not faced it. The moment you start facing it, you become more and more friendly because you know how this is dealt and how this can, like, the fun that it holds. You will not be knowing, as said, that door is still closed. So definitely. So also, do you work on their confidence, because confidence plays a major role?
Yes,
How is
100%.
that being taken care of? Like, again, coming from that zone, a lot of people fear and they cannot imagine themselves, holding, being on the stage, even facing these many people. So that's very scary. So, what you do them to ease them and to make them believe that yes, you will be doing this. It's your dream and you can live this dream. How do you connect? Like, how your students believe in you? Because there is some challenge, I think.
Okay. So what I start with is a lot of journaling, goal setting, and like writing activity, because that clarifies a lot of things. So this activity I used to do with college students also, like make columns, go for your weaknesses, your strengths, what's stopping you, what energizes you, and a lot of people you look up to. If it's specifically for public speaking, then what do you think you have to do to get there or anywhere closer. So a lot of these kind of activities, and then I would put them into situations where they have the exact same feeling that they were on stage. Like there's a mirroring technique, there's imitation, so there are a lot of techniques involved that I make them do, so they would have this preconceived notion that this is
All
how it's
done.
going.
Is this all done under your guidance? Every student has that one-on-one interaction with you in
Both,
terms of
both. It can be done in both. There's no limitation. It can be done in group coaching as well, because then there's a plus point of interacting with other mentees also. So I put them into breakout Zoom rooms also, and they can actually apply these activities right in front of each other. And if it's a one-on-one, then also it works tremendously well, because then I can give them personalized feedback. So both gives its own essence and flavor, but it can be done with both scenarios, and it works tremendously well, because they already know what's coming now, and they have certain experience of it. Like, only the number will change. Like, for example, if they're doing it with 10 people in the Zoom room, only the number will increase 50, 100, 150, and gradually when they do it, they will have that confidence. And confidence building is the key to each and everything. Like, again, if I track back to the punches or the reverse kicks that I used to do, I was not confident in them. So my coach would say, practice only this for the next 1 week. And within 2 weeks, within a week, within 2 weeks, I had mastered that kick. I could do it in my sleep. So
Wow.
same works for any other nerve, because ultimately everything is nerve cells. It's all neurons.
Yeah.
So if you have once formed a pattern that you can do it, it will not break easily after that. So you just have to get to that stage, and that comes with practice, guidance, and all the techniques that we follow.
Wow, very amazing. Love it. And you being such a young entrepreneur and strategizing it so beautifully. So, just requesting you if you can help all our viewers understand if there's someone who's looking to be an rising star in public as a public speaker, motivational speaker, how can they reach out to you? I will be definitely leaving all your reach outs in my description. But what more? How can they understand about your structure in just few minutes? If you can just help them understand.
Okay. So I would definitely provide the free ebook that can help you understand the basics of communication that I've designed. So that will help you. You don't have to pay anything for it. It's a free ebook. So you would understand, like, how does it work? What are the types of communications and all other stuff? Then if you just want to understand that what is the criteria behind this, how does it work? Just book a one-on-one call with me. We will give you the links, and I
That
just
free
show you
too?
the path. Sorry?
Is that free too? The first one?
That is at rupees 299, because
Nice.
that also, there is a reason for that, because I only want people who are seriously wanting to
Yes.
understand things. Because
Yeah.
if you give one-on-one for free, then you're not valuing your own time, and that is not fair to yourself. So
Yeah.
that is why it's very minimal price, like 299, like not even a pizza. So for that, it's like, and so I have like segregated it properly. If you want to do it for public speaking, there's a separate one-on-one session that you book. If you want to do it for healing or personal development, then it's a separate session. Same, there is a group coaching format also. One is called Public Speaking Blueprint. That is my 11 work for public speaking. So we'll go from basic to advanced level of public speaking. What all things are included? How do you get from point A to point B? And how you do it in an offline or online environment practically. And I've also included my recent skills of content creation and podcasting in it, because why not? It can help a lot of people.
Absolutely.
So I have included a lot of those things as bonuses. And then, same line by line, there is personal development blueprint. So there we work on the overall, your lifestyle, your habits, your personality, how you perceive yourself, your personality traits, and how you can dominate them, how you connect more emotionally with people, and all lots of activities, all sorts of things. And we also include like high performance mindset and healing, and a combination of all. Like, it's to make you a better version of you, basically. And it's a 3-month program. So it's a 90 days work of you, like outside your body, your mind, your spirit, your like consciousness, and all of it. So we work on all of it. So these are two things. And now I'm also working on my level 2 membership, where I will be taking only exclusive people who are like dead serious. Like, I am ready to nail it, like that kind of passion who people have. So I choose them from my L1 people, my community members who are actually ready to transcend to the next level. So we take them to a very thorough process, and then we go to the level 2 memberships.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm sure a lot of people, students mostly, must be reaching out to you after watching this. And because they are mostly in need, there are presentations and there are so many opportunities. Just because of fear, they're not able, they're holding so much within. There are not grabbing those opportunities which they can flip. And this
Yes.
power comes through when you will mentor such students. So definitely, I would love everyone who's watching. If you know someone, definitely make that move. I will be leaving all the links below. All right, Ayushi, moving further, as you spoke about, you believe in balanced living. So just help us all understand, because you're a young entrepreneur, and this will also help other young entrepreneurs who are new into this industry, and they will learn through you, implement, and that will help into their game.
Okay, so again, balanced living. Going back to what our mentor, Mr. Bitesh Khatri, teaches, balance is when you're balanced in all areas of your life: your health, your relationships, your career, your finances, your spiritual connections as well, or religious, whatever suits you. Because they are two different things, and many people don't realize that. So, for me, balance is like when I feel what I want to do with my body in a healthy way. Like for example, like definition of everyone's healthy is also very different and perspective. So if I can run the way I used to run in my grade 11, that is my trademark. If I am fit enough, or that when I was at my national level, that is my standard benchmark. If I'm reaching at there, or even if I'm close, or I'm working towards it, these are all the criteria that I'm working towards my balanced health. And I am doing that now after so many years. I literally ruined my body when I was doing my job, physically and mentally, because there's so much pressure. I would not take care of myself. I would not sleep well. I would not eat well. I was not satisfied. Emotions were haywire. So it all comes into picture, and that gave me a lot of lasting effects also that I'm still dealing with. So now it's like, go back to when you were your best in your health, and then you surpass that, then that's a bonus. That's health. Then relationships are also very, very important. Like again, if when you're down health wise or mentally, or when you're having a negative patterns, you're making everyone angry around you. You make everyone feel bad because you're not feeling bad. How will you give anyone else happiness? So that was my emotional pattern when I just had left my job. Then I worked consciously upon that, and now it's like, even when I'm like maybe temporarily getting angry or something, in the snap of a finger, I would switch the whole scenario, and I would be laughing, and everyone will be having fun, and they would be like, this woman is a changed woman. And this, even my parents have told me personally, and that's the biggest achievement that I would say is there, that you have changed in this course of your personal development, and you have become a better person. And so has my friends, very close ones, because they know you inside out. They know your struggles and where you're coming from and what all things you have dealt with. So that, again, keep taking feedbacks also from whoever you can. That really helps. So yeah, like balancing each and every area of your life one by one, and setting up the standards and working towards it, and realizing that fact that it will not be the same every single day. Like my friend posted this very beautiful content somewhere on WhatsApp status, that one day you're showing up at your 60%, one day at 30%, one day at 55%, one day at 90%, but you're showing up consistently for yourself, for the people around you, and each of them is a win. So celebrate that each and every day, because whatever you have done through your day, that was your best on that particular day. So this is the biggest learning I think I have had about, because I also put myself a lot about this, like beat myself up, like this needs to be done, that needs to be done, you're going slow, you have to do more, you have to learn more, you have to cover so many things. Then I'm like, I did my best today.
Perfect.
So
Love
kudos to you
Love
for
it.
now, and now you can do better tomorrow. So yeah, this was the best one.
I know, like you spoke about celebrating again, which is a lot of people they don't do. They only celebrate when they are on the stage. There's also this benchmark that they are carrying. But for people like us coming through such mentors where we have learned that you celebrate that one change that has transformed you.
Yes.
And
So
that's the first win, rather than being on the stage. Those stages and knowing the development that you are doing, because it's not easy to come out of your comfort zone, and that's the real win. So love it that you are also celebrating, and it just takes me back to my days, because this is the beauty, how you are progressing, how you are falling, like you're growing in love with yourself, the person that you
Yes,
are becoming. And when especially your parents, your family, your inner circle zone, then when they appreciate it, that's the most beautiful love that you are carrying in your life.
so
Wow.
true. And it did take me quite a bit of time to get to the stage where I'm celebrating the little wins and even the losses and failures,
Yeah.
because that was actually the toughest part,
Yes.
to be happy and be celebrative when nothing is going right. But just the fact that you're still doing your best is commendable. That is a big learning, and it took me a lot of time to learn that.
And
And
this
I
is
think,
what is balanced living entrepreneurs.
yes,
Wow.
yes, so true. Because nothing is guaranteed in entrepreneurial world. No 2 days, no 2 months will be same in terms of sales, in terms of your perfection, in terms of what you deliver, in terms of the targets you meet. So this is something you need to be ready for. And I'm glad that I learned this lesson now. So when I get to the point, I'll be like, chill. This passes. Then next step comes. Be ready for that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, our next question is on that same note. Where do you find yourself in the coming 5 years?
Oh my gosh, this is something that is unpredictable. I can literally be anywhere because I'm doing so much, I'm learning so much. But I know one thing for sure, that I would be helping people in thousands or lakhs at least. That
Perfect.
is the only thing I know, because which is exactly why I've chosen personal development as a whole issue. Because many people told me that you're only doing communication and just stick to that and this and that. Don't include all these things. Don't, dilute your niche and this and that. I'm like, I know that I'm gonna grow as a person.
Wow.
Hence, my niche is personal development. That is what it is. And I don't. It's a very famous, like my favorite dialogue from the movie Divergent. It's my all-time favorite one. I can't be just one thing. I don't want to be.
Okay.
I'm not meant to be just one thing, because I know I can be good at multiple things and I
My
can make
goodness.
people good at multiple things. Then
Yeah.
why limit myself into just one thing that you think I
True.
can only do?
True. True.
So 5 years down the line, I'm 100% sure that I would be having my own academy, online and offline, which has already started, where lakhs of people would be learning several areas of personal development. Some that I am able to teach them, and others that I have connected with amazing people. They will come across, and it will be a beautiful community where you can all learn and teach each other. That is my ultimate goal for the next 5 years.
Beautiful. Congratulations already, because we
Thank
celebrate
you.
each win, and you making this declaration with that confidence
Yeah,
is also another
it
congratulations.
is. It is a step.
Because it's there,
Thank you.
you know that it will definitely, you on the track, you're doing. So big congratulations.
Wow.
Okay, wow. I know. All right. So mostly we've come to an end. So there are few more, just I think one or two more questions. Okay. So being an entrepreneur, like young entrepreneur, how do you face challenges?
How do I face challenges? Okay. So this is not gonna be a TED Talk kind of one, because how I face challenges differ every single day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would face it head on, because I would be like, yes, I can do this, I can handle this, this is nothing. When you're like, you're bigger than the challenge. Sometimes I would just cry and crib, and I would let myself be a baby about it. And
Yeah.
then I will let people to come and help me, like, it's okay. Everything will work out. Because that is also needed.
Yes.
If you're always being so fierce and strong, people forget that you also need help and affection sometimes. So be that also. And this is also another part of me that I avoided for the longest period in my life. And I have embraced it very again recently, like past 4 years. And I can literally see the timeline going in front of me right now. I used to be broken and hurt, and I would be like, I don't even want to live right now. It's this bad. And I would not open up to anyone. I would not talk to anyone. I would not tell anyone. But now it's like, even if it's a slightest thing that is troubling me, I would go full dramatic. I will feel like this is not happening, this is not working out, I'm trying my best and this that. So I'll be that also. And when I'm done doing that, then I'll be like, okay, now how can we solve this problem? So then I will put the pieces together, like this is then I'm a procedural person, learning wise, implementing wise, both. Unless each and every process is clear to me, I will not take action. That is both a boon and a bane for me. So I sort out all processes and I take step by step, like this, then this, then this, and eventually it works out.
Yeah, because you're prioritizing clarity. Clarity will always lead to more clarity.
Yeah, so
yes.
true.
Okay, so one piece of advice that you want to give on to these people, like you've also flipped your story from being an introvert to an extrovert. Like you were just talking about being a drama queen right now, some time back.
Yeah. Like really, people have started telling me this, that yeah, you have started doing a lot of drama, yeah, nowadays. And I'm like, thank you. That is a huge compliment for me. I
Love
have
it.
worked upon it.
Yeah.
So especially,
Rather suppressing, now you're expressing. Wow.
yeah, it's beautiful. And girls are often tagged like this, like stop being such a drama queen and this and that. And I think these are the things that I've heard, which were the reason I was not expressing myself enough. Now I'm like, this is my best quality. Deal with it, enjoy it, or you're not eligible to be around me. Not eligible.
Chapter closed.
Yeah, that is how you change, like from self-doubt to self-assurance.
Yeah.
Because earlier I would be like, yeah, this is a problem, something is wrong with me. What's the point? You're just ignoring, neglecting, avoiding a part of you. And now it's like, this is actually an attractive quality that women have. You don't realize it. It is very attractive when you're just being you, your full dramatic self. And after a point, you will get compliments for it as well if you're surrounded with the
I'm going
right.
to try it after this podcast.
Yeah, it works.
Okay. Teach me few Ayushi offline.
Sure.
All right. So one piece of advice. Like, let's get a little serious.
Okay. Piece of advice, as in for
Those people who are into their shell, who want to be aspiring rising star as a motivational speaker, but not able to take that step, that one step.
So first and foremost step would be awareness that yes, I am in a bad space, I'm in a shell, I need to embrace this. So again, I would give you step-wise because I don't think any other way. So first step would be aware. What are the things that you're feeling, your deepest, darkest fears, your dark emotions. It can be suicidal at some points. It can be very making you feel like you're not good for anything. That is the darkest shell. And then embrace it. Like, okay, this is where I am. Now, how do I get out of this?
Yes.
Then step by step, you break that shell. It will not be broken in just like one snap, one session, or one mentor, or one therapy, one healing. It never works like that. It will be a step by step process. Give yourself that time and be consistent with it. Even if you fall off the path maybe for a week or two, that also happens because there are so many distractions. But just keep on to it. Be consistent towards your ultimate goal, the person you want to become. Be clear about your desired version and then seek help. This was again a very tough thing for me to do. And I think you've literally made me put my journey out there for good. Each and everything that I've literally faced and been through. Thank you so much. No one else has been able to do that yet. This is my best podcast so far. I'm truly saying this from the bottom of my heart. This is because I didn't know how to fake. Another thing, be authentic. This is another advice, that be authentic to your personality traits, to your emotions. If you can definitely imitate some good qualities of people, because that is also a good hack to have, where you imbibe some certain things that you like in people that you feel attracted to. So if you have that in yourself, you will love yourself even more. So do that, but be authentic to your core qualities and core values and always showcase them. When I always suggest this to my students, when you're doing a public speaking, I make this proper chart. What are my weaknesses in terms of public speaking and strengths in terms of public speaking? And the weaknesses, let them go for now. Focus on the strengths first, because you're already 40-50% there. Then getting from 40% to 80, 70, 90, wherever you can, that is easier. If you're forcefully focusing on your weaknesses, you're probably on 7, 8, 9, 10, 20%. From there, taking you to 70%, that is a nightmare for you and me both.
Yes.
So it's better that enhance your strengths first, showcase them, and then if you have some energy, something left in you, then work on your weaknesses. And I think this also I realized by approaching so many people that I did, because I again thought approaching people is not my strength. Because if someone comes to me, I can talk to them very nicely. I can have deep, amazing conversations, but I cannot approach people. And then I went ahead and then I approached 60, 70 plus people.
Oh.
And in that offline event of like 2 days, just 2 days, 70 plus people. And I'm like, you were an idiot, my love. You are amazing.
The drama queen is back.
You were amazing at approaching people, because people came back to me, they hugged me, they said goodbye. So you must have left some mark on them, some effect on them, some emotional connect, that in a crowd of such thousands, hundreds of people, they're coming to you and they're seeing you off.
Yeah.
So that again broke many of my limiting beliefs and again triggered a new transformation. So
Perfect.
I think this is the way it works.
But your knowing button is very activated. You're very good at catching, those inner talks you are having. These are the ones, they flip very quickly, because now you're at a stage where you are an opportunist. You will grab, which I can definitely see from all your conversation that you are coming across. And this is also another key of your progress at the speed that you are coming. It's too good. Please spread this speed, spread this love in your entire community.
Yes.
I'm again asking all my community people, all the people who are joining, who are watching this video, please live your dreams. Everything is limitless. For me and Ayushi, as we have been talking, any thought that comes into your mind, it is possible. If you think it's not possible, you are the one who's killing that dream. And every dream has that potential. And you are the one who will convert it into, because you are the creator. So Ayushi, if I have to ask you to convince everyone, please go on.
Wow.
Okay,
First,
why not we have some, voice enhancement in a very your way, if you have to.
okay. All right. Firstly, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Amazing. So voice enhancement, I think I would give you the tricks, very simple ones, that you don't need even any coach for that. You can just do it on your
I'm asking you, just you request all your viewers to come and join you. At least go for the demo version. How will you ask all our viewers do this by using some of the skills that you
different
Let's
accents.
let's have it here live. Right?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll try. Although what I usually do is I hear those accents first and then I switch to them. But okay, let's do this. This is new. Let's try it out.
Come on, Queen, bring it on.
So I would really recommend you to check out the one-on-one sessions that I have, Switch, because they will transform you in a way that you have never thought is possible. And when you open yourself up to opportunities, you are opening the doors to a transformation that you might be holding on to or looking up to, but have not been able to achieve as of now. Then this is like a basic transition. It goes advanced also, but you require a little.
Lovely. You were amazing. I cannot whistle, and plus every entrepreneurs are going to watch. Thank God I don't know how to whistle, but amazing. The kind of you were like coming with those accents. I was like, wow.
There is one fun that I do with my friends. I have not done this in my community as of now.
Okay.
This Russian accent, I do this in a fun way, like that a drama way with my friends.
Yeah.
So I do this. You don't understand the importance of. Yeah, I do this a lot.
I think there's this series. where it's there on Netflix. I'm not able to connect. Wow.
No, I was like, let
Go
me.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to leave things in between. So, you don't understand the importance of your personality, because the impact that you're creating in people's lives is coming from the core of the values and the things that you're doing in your life. So please go ahead with it and do it all out. So, this is okay. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that
This
line.
was like, oh, high
Yeah, it's
five.
fun.
Fun. This
I
was
should
the
do this
real
more
fun.
often.
Yeah, see, why are you not doing this to your community
Ah,
people?
I just broke another one of my limiting
You
beliefs because
should
I
be
do this.
doing that. That
Yeah,
was a bad one.
no, no, it happened.
Yeah.
Wow, that is actually the first time I've ever done it, like in a live session like this. Okay, I'll do that more. Duly noted.
Perfect. So wow, Ayushi, that was very amazing, very amazing. And
This
thankfully,
was phenomenal. I don't think I've had this much fun in any of the sessions or lives or anything. Thank you so much. I literally had a blast. This was too much fun.
same here. It's the energy which is flowing and so
Yeah.
much of knowledge. I love the way you have shedded all those, your transitional period that you have walked through. It's beautiful. We can see the Ayushi, the story that you are carrying, and again, the legacy that you are building. Because this is all about entrepreneurs' wealth legacy. So, definitely, you will be attracting more and more wealth. So, welcome to the club and congratulations, and keep on celebrating. There are so many good takeaways from you, your journey, your life, and this is nothing is stopping here. Everything is beginning for everyone who's watching this, and in fact me also, because I will also be replaying this as we all learn through each other that you also believe in. So I'm so much glad that you made it, and this is beautiful. It's always amazing when you see that this person has grown, this person has come up with those challenges, right from being an introvert, connecting to those stories, because we all have these stories within us, but we all transform in very different segments. Despite, of course, we do connect somewhere. In school, a lot of people were introvert, few were not, but then they were having a very different challenge. So, thank you so much for walking through this beautiful journey, and keep on inspiring, keep on building your community. Of course, from thousands to keep on growing to lakhs, to crores, to 10 crores, and to infinite. Like,
Amen.
keep on growing.
Oh
So,
my god.
looking forward, and let's hear more of your accent. Maybe in the next one, you come up with a very different accent, and you might just teach
Definitely.
me also. So, we will be doing it
Oh
in
my
a very
god.
different accent then altogether.
I'm so thankful. Like, I literally have learned a lot from you in the course of this conversation. Thank you so much for being the amazing person that you are. Like, literally, I have seen a different version of myself in front of you. And there are very few people who can trigger that in someone else. And that's a huge quality. It's humongous. You are amazing. So thank you so much for giving me this amazing opportunity and all the, oh my god, divine words that you have showered me with. I'm gonna keep it in my heart very, very close.
Please, please.
This was this was not just a conversation, not just a podcast. This was an energy exchange. And I'm sure whoever has listened till this very end of this conversation, you have felt it multiple times during our conversation. It was tremendous. It was brilliant. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful.
Thank you again, and all you viewers, please like, subscribe, and share this with more and more of your friends who are growing through these challenges, because we all understand you have to keep on breaking your limiting beliefs, keep on facing your fears. There's nothing which cannot be dealt. Plus, you have expert, reach out to them. We all have coaches, we all have teachers. Nothing is to stop. Everything has new beginnings. Just face it. Everything is easy. As Ayushi has also said, when you don't practice, that is when you're not aware of things. The moment you face it, the moment you make that, you develop that mindset, which can only happen through experts. And there is the hidden gem that is your gift. So keep on going and keep on building more and more legacy, And with new chapters, we will coming with more entrepreneurs. Do let us know how did you find this one, and what did you learn about Ayushi. If you are having any questions, please put. And also, you do feel free to at least try the free version, that free demo that Ayushi is providing. Please at least know what she's doing, understand her energy, her way of teaching you guys, because her personality is so amazing. You should be grabbing the chance. You should not be.
Yeah, one thing is I'm also doing the free sessions weekly on every Sunday 7 p.m. I forgot to mention that. So if you're not like wanting, or you just want to test the waters or see if this works for you, so first try that weekly sessions, and then you can book a one-on-one session, and then you can go further if you have any kind of doubts. And even not that, you can reach out to me anytime on my Instagram account or my YouTube or my LinkedIn or Facebook profiles. So I would give out the links to that as well, so you can connect with me anywhere. So I'll be more than happy to help you in any way that I can.
Wow, lovely. So everyone, let's say bye to everyone, and always stay in touch. Bye-bye. Thank you, Ayushi.
Thank you so much.